God created a number of blessings for human beings to eat and drink. They all taste different from one another. These blessings reveal God as the provider. It is God who provided you with good and wholesome things. That is God, your Lord. Blessed be God, the Lord of all the worlds. If God had so willed, there could have been only one form of food in the world, but in order to cause human beings to give thanks, He created various blessings. This is God's mercy and favor towards humanity. In every item of food and drink, there are signs to remind us of God's blessings to us. For example, most fruits were created with a wrapping. This wrapping, or skin, protects them from spoiling or rotting and keeps them clean, beautiful, and sweet-smelling. Sliced oranges, grapefruits, and other such fruits with high vitamin C content are prepared to be easily eaten. These fruits grow in the winter, that is, just when people need vitamin C. In summer, there is greater need for water, and in that season, such fruits as thirst-quenching melons, watermelons, peaches, and grapes are abundant. These details all prove that God created fruits especially for human beings. The sight of fruit blossoms and the fruits hanging on the branches of the trees is another beautiful thing offered by God to human beings. Clusters of grapes, green and red apples, peaches. When you cut a kiwi fruit in two, you see a finely worked tapestry. Another fruit known for its aesthetic appearance is the strawberry, lying red among its green leaves. Despite the fact that all these fruits came from the dark earth, each of them has a different taste and smell, and a beautiful color. They show us once again God's artistry, His endless knowledge and intelligence. In a verse of the Quran, God advises human beings to think about these blessings. It is He who sends down water from the sky, from which we bring forth growth of every kind, and from that we bring forth the green shoots, and from them we bring forth close-packed seeds, and from the spathes of the date palm date clusters hanging down, and gardens of grapes and olives and pomegranates, both similar and dissimilar. Look at their fruits as they bear fruit and ripen. There are signs in that for people who believe. If you take a walk outside in nature, you will see some beautiful things. Colorful flowers, green pastures, or a tiny ant. Even an insignificant ant is created with many surprising qualities. This tiny insect can cut off pieces of a leaf, or lift crumbs bigger than its own body, and carry them easily back to its nest. It can travel distances that are very long in relation to the size of its body. It can find its nest on an endless floor of leaves. Certainly, such a little creature cannot calculate these things by itself. It is Almighty God who inspires it, and reveals in the ant his name, the compassionate. The way ivy spreads on branches or on any other surface is a process that we should carefully consider. If this growth were videotaped and later watched in fast motion, you would notice that the ivy moves as if it had consciousness. It is as if it saw that there was a branch nearby, lassoed it, and attached itself to it. Sometimes it even secures itself by winding around the branch several times. In this way, it spreads quickly, and when it finishes expanding in one direction, it turns around, goes down, and heads in a new direction. Another beautiful thing that God has created is the scent of flowers. For example, a rose has a constantly strong smell that wafts in all directions. Even the latest technology cannot duplicate the scent of a rose. When laboratory experiments attempt to copy this smell, the results are extremely disappointing. The smells produced while trying to duplicate the scent of a rose are usually too strong and disturbing, or they fade within a very short time. However, the scent of a rose does not cause any disturbance. Even if you pick a rose, its scent lingers until it wilts. Trees that carry water up meters high are another miracle. Have you ever wondered how water can reach the highest branches and leaves of those majestic high trees that you see everywhere? Trees carry water from the depths of the earth to a height of many meters, and they do this without the help of a pump. In order to better understand this perfect design, let's consider an example. In order to raise water to the top floors of a building, a pump is used. Without using this or another device with a strong motor, water cannot even be drawn up to the lower floors. However, trees can perform this function without a pump or a motor. They somehow manage to draw water up to their topmost leaves. Tubes in plant roots and stems are designed to take advantage of the surface tension in water. As the water rises, the tubes narrow, which enables the water to climb upwards. Water molecules strongly attract one another, and water is drawn up to the highest leaves. It is Almighty God who has created